Who is Mike Sachs?
Oh, that's a big question. I, as you mentioned there, am a former political and legal journalist. I have a law degree that soon after I began practice, I wouldn't say lit on fire, but I put it aside to cover the U.S. Supreme Court. But I've spent my career looking at my journalism as a public service, as a way for my reading, our viewing public to understand how our government has worked.
I think a lot about power, not just policy. So my advocating for Medicare for all isn't just about good policy. It's
what is Medicare for all?
Yeah, it's an expanded version of the current Medicare we currently have that will be without deductibles, without copays, without premiums, and that reaches dental, vision, as well as medical from cradle to grave. It's an act that has 112 sponsors in the House. I believe we have seen too much to recognize that half measures and reforms won't stop fascism from knocking at our doors and coming into power. What does is policies that put us all in it together. Let's recall, you're talking about Medicaid, right? Part of the Great Society, Medicaid, Medicare. Passed over the objection of those who thought it would be socialism. We must turn the page on the era we've been existing in, have transformative changes like we saw in the Great Society and like we saw in the New Deal, so we can exit this gridlock we've been in.
The SAVE Act is an answer to a non-existent problem about non-citizen voting in federal elections. It is a continuation of something that started in the George W. Bush administration, of pushing voter ID because they were afraid that Bush would lose the popular vote again in 2004.
First bill that you have in mind that you would make a priority?
The first among equals.
Yes.
It's the one that unlocks everything else. And that is the For the People Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. If we do not have the Senate or the White House, we cannot enact any laws, but what we can do is create an alternate vision and a new energy towards what can be. We need authenticity. We need someone who understands how we got here and how to get out of it. We need someone with passion who's ready to meet this moment and knows these institutions and these players and is ready to fight.
The microphone is always a little warmer when Mike hands it to me.
You got to pick the right person to get in there who's going to be loud and relentless and has the vision to stand apart and say, this is how we get to where we need to be.
Mike, it's good to see you.
Kevin, great to see you as well. Thanks for making time.
Bye. So once again, that's Mike Sachs.